Hey guys, it's Bishozzy here, and welcome to episode 7 of the Berlin Dynamo series. Now, things have been actually going pretty well so far in 3 Liga. I'll show you the league table here, and we'll quickly move the face cam down to the bottom right hand corner there. As you can see, we currently sit in 11th position, which, with the way the first episode in this season went, obviously last episode, episode 6, I was a little bit downtrodden. Now, I say that because we had a loss, we had a draw. The draw was okay, but I wasn't really full of confidence. Since then, we've actually managed to pick up a few wins, another draw, and then we've lost a couple of times as well. We find ourselves in 11th position on 11 points, which is good. And today's first opponent, 1860 Munich, or München, they are also on 11 points. So it's kind of a big game, if that makes sense. Because if we lose, we drop down. If we win, we stay above. And then we potentially can go above Bielefeld or Ingolstadt. So a lot to play for today, especially in this first game. But that's where we're sort of at. Interesting to see that Gladbach 2, Dortmund 2, they're both at the top of the league. And then we even have Bayern sitting in 6th. Today's other opponent is Ulm, surprisingly in 5th position on 15 points as well. Worth mentioning that they did actually just terminate their affiliate link with Bayern Munich. So I'm not sure if that's going to have a lasting effect on them going in the future. I'm going to quickly move the face cam back up the top there. But let's get into the fixtures. Actually, one more thing. There was one more free transfer that I did bring in, and that was Patterson Chateau, another sort of centre-back. He's been playing centre-back for the most part since he's come in, but he can also play box-to-box pretty well. And yeah, Munster in Bundesliga 2 were actually after him, so he chose us over them, albeit I had to offer him a little bit more money with a sort of a second round of negotiations, albeit it's worth it. He's defending better than... where is he? Leader. He's defending better than Leader, so Leader's also on more wages per week, but it is what it is. Anyway, so that's that. Let's go into the fixtures real quick. Of course, the previous episode mentioned already the 2-1 loss to Gladbach. That's not a bad loss, really, considering they're top of the league. And then the 1-1 draw with Waldhof. We managed to get our first win after that game, a 3-0 victory at home against Sandhausen. As you can see, Leader with a penalty there, Susek, and Susek again within the space of 3 minutes. And a 9.2 for Susek. He has been injured a lot this season. He keeps picking up injuries, which is a little bit frustrating. Anyway, we followed that one up with a 2-2 draw against Osnabrück. Again, Susek on the score sheet. Bojovic getting his first goal up front for us as well. As you can see, that a goal disallowed in the 99th minute. The 9th minute of stoppage time. And they had an offside goal disallowed. So, very lucky to actually get the draw there. We then lost to Bielefeld. We lost 3-2. A little bit disappointing, albeit we deserved to lose. We were 3-0 down, as you can see there. Bielefeld got 3 goals. We got one back through Molina, and then I took Bojovic off, moved Gudra up top. Actually, did I do that? Yes. I think I did anyway, yeah. I think I brought Huther on, and then Gudra up front managed to get another goal back for us, and then they missed a penalty, but we just couldn't find that third goal and tasted defeat. We then bounced back with a 3-1 victory over Hoffenheim 2. Surprisingly, they're struggling, despite being one of the Bundesliga reserve teams. Jublovic getting a goal in the first minute of the game there in the AMC Shadow Striker position. and then Bojovic getting himself a brace as well. So the Montenegrin duo coming in pretty clutch in this game. We then managed to absolutely smash our sort of Dynamo rivals, Dynamo Dresden. 5-1 victory over them. So a very convincing performance, albeit their goalkeeper played pretty terribly. 7 shots on target for 5 goals. That's something that we're accustomed to, albeit not 5 goals, but you know what I'm talking about. Jublovic, Seebeck then on the score sheet, Amadin, Jublovic again, and then Susek rounding us off. Jublovic with a nice man of the match performance there. Very happy with that. And then unfortunately, the most recent game I just played was a 3-2 loss to Regensburg. As you can see, a pretty even game, albeit they edged us, dominated us in possession as well. So a little bit frustrating. And yeah, they got their goal. We got one back through Amadin. They then got another 2 goals. We got a goal back in from Seebeck in the 83rd minute, but it was too little too late. And of course, that leaves us today with 1860 München and Ulm. So let's get into the lineup. It's pretty consistent. The only change, I think, is Uzan coming in as, Amadin picked up an injury there, so he's going to be out for about a month. Ben Meyer's also out with an injury as well, and everyone else is pretty much back. So there was a little period where we had quite a few injuries, but we sort of dealt with it pretty well. And then I liked Chateau coming in because there was one stage where I had to play leader at centre back, as not leader. I had to play Liebelt at centre back as leader was injured. It was either him or Eder. Didn't really want to play Eder. He's not a very good player. Anyway, lineup today: Mikkel in goals, our top passer in the team at the moment, being the goalkeeper. It's pretty interesting. Carle is actually playing semi decently. He's one of the solid sort of right back options we've been playing with. Chateau and Pelivan as our centre halves. Muller at left back. Midfield of Seebeck and Gudra. Jublovic is going to be in front of them as the AMC. Uzan comes in on that right hand side. Susek, I mean, he's been a shining light this season. He'll be on the left hand side, and Bojovic up top. Again, our Montenegrin duo looking for a big game from them today. Let's get into it. And again, we need a bit of revenge over 1860 Munich. They did take one of our players last season, so I want to get a bit of revenge. Everybody remembers Reher, so he's not actually in their squad today, which is pretty funny, but yeah, they stole him away from us, albeit we've replaced him with better players anyway. But at the time, it was a sad moment. Anyway, Seebeck here. A nice little ball to Uzan on this right-hand side. Plays it back. Akale, Gudra. Good ball movement. Susek. There we go. Opening goal. Nice little tidy goal as well. Passing the ball around. There's a bit of space there left by 1860 Munich, so they're going to give us a space. We'll punish them for it. As we give the ball away. That was pretty disappointing there by Muller. 1860 coming forward. That's a good save there by Mikkel. That actually puts us up in the 8th position at the moment. If results stay the same. All right, Akale with a big looping cross in the box. And Susek just heads it over. It's a good start, though. I know we're in sort of the bottom half of we were in the bottom half of the league prior to this game, but I feel like that's a pretty good position. We just hit the crossbar. It's a good position to be in, considering we are one of the relegation favourites. So we're chipping away at results, which is important. Getting a few wins here and there. It's not very consistent, but I don't think it's going to be consistent this season. We're not going to get a sort of... Well, I don't expect us really to get a sort of undefeated streak like we had last season. Oh, Susek with a lovely touch. Bojovic, I think he's offside. Yeah, he's going to be offside. That's all right. We're moving the ball really nicely today, though. As we're going to go into halftime here with a one goal lead, hopefully. Have I spoken too soon? 1860 are coming forward. Stark bangs it. Oh, that's... Yeah, it was wide. I thought it might have been a save, but there we go. Halftime. I want to say it was a good first half. We've only had one shot on target, so... I mean, is it really a good first half? I mean, we're in front, so I'll say yes, but... I mean, we've also had a... What was that? We had a goal disallowed, and we've also hit the crossbar, so... It's, I would say it's been a relatively good first half. Oh, 1860 moving the ball nicely. Thought that might have been a goal. They shoot it just wide. I'm going to encourage the team. I feel like they're a bit lackluster at the moment. I mean, I'd love to try and grind out this result, but... let's go Bojovic off. Uzan will go up top. Molina can go on that right wing. I mean, Muller's playing pretty badly at left back. I mean, time's ticking away. Yeah, not a lot of highlights, but you know what? It's kind of a good thing because we're in the lead. Stoppage time now. Hey, there we go. 1-0 victory. Love that. Massive result. We grinded it out. As you can see, that keeps them down the bottom there, and we shoot up to 9th place. Very good. Although Regensburg are still yet to play, so if they win their game, they will jump ahead of us. What I'll do now is I think I'll just... It's only 3 days away. We'll just push forward. Susek, man of the match performance there. Love that as well. Yeah, and I'm even getting the pop-ups there for his form, which is pretty incredible at the moment. So I'm just actually having a look at some of these players. This guy looks really good, albeit he's 32. It's a tough one because we're already over the wage budget. It's worth noting that I actually managed to get this to go up. So what happened was I made our player payout at the end of the season sort of targets, set them to low instead of medium, and we got 160,000 transfer budget. So I put all of that into wage, and that's sort of what has allowed us to get another player in, albeit we're still sort of way over. Some of these players are really good, and they're finally willing to speak to us about contracts and stuff. And he's not too bad either. Didn't really want to be doing this on camera, but that's perfectly fine. I'll just try and advance forward here. I don't want this episode to be too long. But I feel like some of you want to see me... It's also worth mentioning that I signed Ian Robin as our assistant manager. I think I forgot to mention that earlier in the last episode. But yeah, we signed him. So essentially we've got 2 assistant managers at the moment. I've got Robin doing most of the stuff. I think he's also the under-19s manager at the moment, so he's taking care of that team as well. This was that other centre-back, or other youth player that I was talking about. He's only got 3-star potential ability. He looked all right though, so I signed him as well as the AMC, who's currently up in the first team. But yeah, I don't think either of them are really going to become anything, if that makes sense. I don't know if their potential is skewed a little bit. The way the scout report works is it's based on the players that you currently have. So I've got him in a mentoring group to try and, get him a better personality and hopefully get that determination up a little bit. So we'll see if that does anything. And I'm giving him a little bit of game time here and there. All right. One thing we do need to do is swap. Go with Carle. Yeah, so Carle for Liebelt. And then Seebeck for Stark, I think. I know there are a few other tired players out there, but I need to be trying to play as much strength as we have, really. I didn't expect this to be a tough game against Ulm, but, they're up there, so a win here today as well would be huge for us, securing or trying to secure our safety prior to the latter end of the season, which I don't really want to be scrambling for. Ulm have actually hit the crossbar there. Pretty nerve-wracking in the first minute and a half of the game. So it looks like they must have lost their last game as well, actually, because we're pretty much just behind them in 10th, and they're in 9th. So very, very close. I mean, Ulm, they were bringing the ball forward pretty nicely there. Good to see Uzan sort of stepping in and winning the ball back. That's a risky back pass. Oh my goodness. Making me nervous. Anyway, Bojovic to Stark. Susek. Maybe not the best first touch there, but still controls it. Uzan. And there we go. Bojovic, the striker, getting himself a goal. 3 minutes in. Once again, 1-0 up. So a nice early goal for us there. Didn't really expect it to happen. I felt like we were sort of under the pump a little bit. But yeah, fair play. All right. Ulm with a corner. Can we deal with it? We barely deal with it. They head it over. Come on, boys. We had one shot, one on target, and we got the goal. And they are coming for us at the moment. Mikel claims the ball there from the corner. And hopefully we can actually have a highlight ourselves here. He pumps it long. And Ulm are going to win the ball back again. They look pretty dangerous. And they can actually move the ball. So really nice play there. He's offside, Grims. But that was close. And that was a really nice goal. If it stood. All right, we've got a corner. Thank God. A little bit of the pressure relieved. Gudro to swing it in. And it's an interesting one. Susek. Dublovic. Oh, that's a good pass back. Susek, second goal against the run of play, and we're 2-0 up. That was a nice corner routine. Very, very nice. Dublovic and Susek combining back and forth passes, and then Susek with a tidy finish as well. Love to see it. And we've actually won the ball back there as well. Uzan, who's on a yellow card. Getting in the box, beating his man. Very unlucky. And now Ulmer counter-attacking. End-to-end stuff at the moment. We need to shut their players down, and that's going to go out for a corner. One thing I will do here is just going to ease Uzan off tackles. Just in case. Ooh, that was close. Headed just over from that corner. Very, very close indeed. Surprisingly, Ulm only have that one shot on target in that first half. As we go in 2-0 up. I've got to say, was not expecting that. Albeit it maybe should have been 1-1 with that disallowed offside goal, but we will take it. Oh, Uzan makes me nervous on that yellow card. Oh, and they've got a goal back. Oh, yeah. I was expecting them to score at some stage. Just didn't really want it to be in that fashion. Anyway, we're going to make another sub here. I'm going to bring Huther on for Liebelt, who's on a yellow card, and he's not actually playing too well. And then I'm going to put Julian Stark back into the wing-back position, and Huther will come on as the box-to-box. A little bit more defensively solid in the midfield, and then Stark is sort of a better sort of wing-back. He would be if he was natural. Anyway. Ulm with a shot. Mikel saves it. Oh, it was denied by the post, actually. Alright, 70th minute. Come on, boys. Muller's on a 6.3 at left back. Kudra's on a 6.4 in midfield. Somehow we're still 2-1 up. Don't know what to make of Muller. I feel like he should be more defensively solid than he is. Anyway, Susek out to Uzan. Lots of space. Beats his man. Gets in there. 3-1. Uzan on the right wing. Inside forward. Cutting inside. And absolutely blasting that into the back of the net. And I've got to say, that's probably the game. Stark wins a ball there. Getting himself into a somewhat dangerous position. Jublovic, Susek, sort of just gets crowded out by Ulm players there. Good to see Pelivan tracking back. Susek to Muller. Muller to Huther. Nice ball movement. Uzan again. He's on fire at the moment, Uzan. Susek as well. Oh, and it hits the post. So unlucky. Our attacking players today cannot fault them at all. The four of them. Uzan, Jublovic, Susek, and Bojovic. Absolutely smashing it. And then, yeah, credit to Mikel as well. I know he's just conceded there. Although it's going to be offside as well. Yeah, he hasn't conceded. So still only the one goal conceded. He's on a 7.1 as well. Very, very impressive stuff. I think it was good. A good choice from me anyway, getting a nice experienced goalkeeper in. I feel like he's just a little bit more solid than Butke. So. Oh, Ulms. Oh, they were unmarked. What was that? Who was that? Pelivan. That was absolutely atrocious. He threw his head into the ball, and it was like waist height. And we get the 3-2 win, but oh my god, that was terrible. It was terrible to concede that goal right at the end of the game there. Anyway, that puts us up into 7th place. We're on 17 points. We're, what, 3 points off 3rd place? That's ridiculous. Anyway, as you can see, we were fortunate to actually beat them. I don't think we really sort of deserved to win that one. But I guess they just couldn't score, really, and we did. So, yeah, very happy with Uzan's performance, man of the match there. And that is where I will leave you guys. So, very happy to say that we're now into the top half in 7th, and we actually look all right. We don't look too bad. Susek absolutely smashing it for us. Top goal scorer, top average rating, top assist as well for him. And as you can expect, most man of the match awards as well. So he's having a great season. The Montenegrin duo absolutely doing wonders for us as well. And then, yeah, Uzan, surprisingly, out of nowhere, just having a couple of good games as sort of a rotation backup option, really. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. You can smash a like on the video, it'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel as well. And apart from that, as always, take it easy and goodbye.